70%. 70% on the Forex, they're gonna have to reset everything.
It was pretty much go to its real value, right?
There's gonna be a man-made reset value, but the Lord, he gonna revalue it.
Yeah.
They say after 6 months reset.
The Lord?
I was watching.
We on, by the way.
Probably on.
Yeah. She looks good.
Yeah, somebody can check it.
She just always do this. It's good.
Yeah.
Good. God. All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before we begin, we want to start by giving all honor, all praise, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Chakodash. Give honors to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone that rule well. And as always, peace, blessings, and citations to the tabernacle of David, the hopeful elect, scattered abroad across the four winds of the earth. And we're just going to get right into it. As you can see the title, basically, it is pretty much to promote the mindset, coming into the times of Jacob's trouble. All right. You got this spirit of, worry, anxiety, what if, so we, why can't we go and, work, take care of our worldly, earthly concerns as far as our careers and getting a job and this and that and third. And a lot of guys in the faith, especially the ones that really don't know, they don't understand what they're involved in, they haven't counted the cost. If you don't understand that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, he's the only one that sustains us. It ain't really your job, it ain't really, the government. Basically, it's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai that provides this entire time. It's basically on him. Whether you eat, whether you sleep, all right, whether you're in poverty, whether you're rich, it's all based on his purpose. So when you try to get into that whole worrisome spirit, and you feel like as if you might need to take a detour from serving the Lord, or a break, as if you're working for a company and not for the King of the universe.
Wow, especially in these times.
Yeah, like the Lord, he gives us PTO, you know what I'm saying, and you got some type of seniority.
Yeah.
Nah, man, that's not how this thing works.
I need a vacation.
Yeah,
The man with the most seniority is going the hardest.
yeah, yeah.
At a job,
Ain't took no time off.
at any regular job, a guy with the most seniority, he kind of the laid back job, and they'll excuse absences and stuff. Our apostles and elders, man, they going full speed, 100 miles ahead.
I got 2 priests.
Yeah, and but getting to the point, going pertaining to what the title says, if you're trying to preserve your own comfort, your stability on inside, especially in the times that we're heading into, that's going to become your own undoing. It's not going to end well for you, because this is exactly that mindset that these and y'all should know by now who we're referring to. They're the flavor of, I guess, the week or so, or weekend. These are guys who claim to have been affiliated with Great Millstone, but Jake finding justification and excuses to take breaks off to go and pursue whatever is gonna benefit them, momentarily, monetarily. All right, but they're not in the right frame of mind. They don't have the right mindset, especially coming into the times that we're heading into. The devil, he's gonna prey upon that. You're leaving yourself vulnerable to Shaitan. He knows exactly what your temptations are, and he's gonna come and try you with that.
Capitalize on the weaknesses.
Exactly. The apostles, they've done a very tremendous job preparing us spiritually. Teaching brothers how to be as a stoic.
Yep.
Not worrying about pleasure all the damn time, or getting up a certain level in society. They stress, no, man. This ministry is main priority.
Yeah.
Even if it's put you in a difficult or inconvenient position, you're gonna do it because of your devotion and love to Yahweh Shem Shai. All right. I don't know if y'all had anything.
I got a couple. Go ahead.
I'll say this and then I'll grab them. But one of them is this thing is meant to be simple. It's a real simplicity to this thing. Okay, you don't want things. Matter of fact, I'm in the chapter. I'll start with that one. I wasn't even gonna read this, but I'll jump up and grab this. Matthew 6 and 19. It says, it was funny you mentioned daily bread, and it says that right in the Lord's Prayer, right above it, right? It says, verse 19 says, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust do corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust do corrupt." And that's what should be at the forefront. So as long as you can take care of yourself, pay your bills, and all that extra, it ain't necessary. We don't need all that extra distraction is all it really is.
Because the extra brings extra problems.
That's
And a lot of times it takes your mind, until you get some extra money, your mind's gonna be, what I can buy with this money, what can I, versus your mind on ministry, your mind on, hey, what lesson can I do today?
And Pop said the funniest thing, Jake ain't got nothing to do, and he wouldn't be like, when Jake broke, Jake focused on everything, but the moment Jake get a little money, now he's doing a bunch of different stuff. Jake was hungry at first, now he ain't even thinking about the necessities of hunger. Now he's thinking about, okay, well, I forgot to eat today, but you out there, wasting your time in other avenues. You thinking about, I need to get to the store, buy this bottle, and hit the club, and do this, and move shoes, and not really focusing on what's really important for what we've enlisted we've been enlisted. Excuse me.
Right.
We've been enlisted for.
All your leisure time is given to whatever vice that you adopted or have, got.
And also, when he was basically saying, oh, well, bro, everything he was saying ultimately just goes back into balance.
Yeah.
It's like you and whoever agree with you just have a lack of balance, man. Because you're saying, oh, well, if brother's got a job, every brother work. Every brother is grinding and handling their business as a man,
That's excuse.
It's no excuse for that, man. It's simple. You handle like the elder said it last night, and they said that the West Coast elders brought it up. Brothers go to work. It's like go to work, do the work, and work out.
Yeah.
Say pray, fast, study, do the work.
Eat, go do lessons,
and hustle.
Yeah.
Get your hustle on. In other words, make your own daily bread, which we all do. We all have an occupation. Ain't no brothers idle. That's against the scriptures to be idle,
bro. Certain brothers got 2 jobs, man, and still pushing.
Yeah.
Oh, this brother got to study for 3-4 weeks. What type of shit is that, man? You got brothers that was in college.
That's bullshit, because if you could do, the apostles broke it down as far as the hours go. 24 hours in a day, and
even if you sleep 8.
Right, you could take an hour from your sleep. Brothers lose sleep.
Yep.
Doing lessons, because hey, this is the only time I got. I got 6 hours of sleep. Let me do a lesson real quick. That's like that's life, because that becomes your life.
Exactly.
It's a fucking excuse, bro. Because 3 weeks,
bro.
It ain't 3 months. Like, you can move some shit around, man. That 3 weeks gonna turn into 4 weeks, and then 4 weeks gonna turn into 2 months, and then you gonna keep on justifying yourself, man.
Exactly.
It's an excuse.
I'm almost there.
Yeah, after you get that job, then you gonna really say you ain't got no time.
He was in the world already, because the counsel that he got from the elders in North Carolina, that is almost in my mind, it was almost like a lot. The lot fell on. Hey, the elder said, okay, brother, he gave him told him what to do, but he went against the lot of what the elder, because we gotta understand, when brothers is talking, if I ask the elder or I ask the brother, it's not that brother talking, it's not that brother Shaquat, or it's the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai speaking through that brother to give you the righteous counsel that you need.
Appreciate it.
Y'all got it.
Yeah, I was thinking, as soon as I heard it, it reminded me of the council of Rehoboam. You know? Oh, yeah.
Nah, you got it. You got it.
Kind.
Go ahead.
This First Kings, do you want to read in different translation? I was going to read KJV.
Yes, that's fine.
Alright, yeah, this is First Kings 12. First Kings 12, and I'll start here at verse. I can start at the top. It says, and Rehoboam went to Shechem, for all Israel were come to Shechem to make him king. And it came to pass when Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, who was yet in Egypt, heard of it, for he was fled from the presence of King Solomon, and Jeroboam dwelt in Egypt, that they sent and called him, and Jeroboam and all the congregation of Israel came, and spake unto Rehoboam, saying, Thy father made our yoke grievous. Now therefore make thou the grievous service of thy father, and his heavy yoke which he put upon us lighter, and we will serve thee. And he said unto them, Depart yet for 3 days, then come again to me. And the people departed. Verse 6, and King Rehoboam consulted with the old men that stood before Solomon his father while he had yet lived, and said,
You better believe these men are men of discernment.
Exactly.
They got experience. Who you gonna take counsel from? Men that have been through things, that went through the experience.
In the truth.
Right.
Yeah, in the faith.
In the faith.
Or some young guy that he did what, a few years in.
Yeah.
You ain't got no experience, man. Ain't really, been tested to you ain't been tested.
And you try to go around the spirit to go to somebody else that's not of the body, even though they teach likewise doctrine, it's the difference. And you got, once you heard, that's a female trait, man.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the answer I like, so let me ask somebody else until I get the answer I want.
We've seen that before. The former head of this camp was like that. Okay, if he asked somebody, he didn't get the answer he wanted. He asked somebody else. A younger brother still didn't get the answer he wanted. So he asked the question another way to another brother, and still didn't get the answer he wanted. So he just did it anyway.
And that's the whole thing. When it comes to counsel, the whole point of counsel is to get an answer to your question that you inquiring about. To get information that you don't have, that this man has, you went to the elders. These men have experience in what you're asking about. You didn't ask these men this question to get an answer.
Yeah, you asked to get confirmation
Exactly.
of what you wanted versus, because when you ask counsel, you gotta be, I'm not sure. I'm not sure which I should do. But most times, Jay got a conscience. They know what they should and shouldn't be doing.
When you receive that judgment from the elder, hey, if it's in your favor or if it's not, you gotta accept it. You gotta take it like, okay, yeah. And then the Lord will reveal to you why reveal to you why that was the elder's answer. But if you don't ever get to that point, you go against a lot, man. That's tripping.
You're going against the spirit.
You're going right.
You got more.
Let's continue. This verse 6 it says, and King Rehoboam consulted with the old men that stood before Solomon his father while he yet lived, and said, How do you advise that I may answer this people? And they spake unto him, saying, If thou wilt be a servant unto this people this day, and will serve them, and answer them, and speak good words to them, then they will be thy servants forever. But he forsake the counsel of the old men, which they had given him, and consulted with the young men that were grown up with him, and which stood before him. And he said unto them, What counsel give ye that we may answer this people, who have spoken to me, saying, Make the yoke which thy father did put upon us lighter? And the young men that were grown up with him spake unto him, saying, Thus shalt thou speak unto this people that spake unto thee, saying, Thy father made our yoke heavy, but make thou it lighter unto us. Thus shalt thou say unto them, My little finger shall be thicker than my father's loins. And now, whereas my father did lade you with a heavy yoke, I will add to your yoke. My father hath chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions.
Which is worse. Scorpions is worse, man. Kill you.
That advice put him in the worst position than he was already in.
Them whips can heal.
Yeah.
Them bites from the scorpions.
Poison, bro.
Yeah, it's in your blood, man.
I got a backup precept for that.
Okay.
Ecclesiasticus 33 and 31. If thou hast a servant, entreat him as a brother, for thou hast need of him, and as of thine own soul. If thou entreat him evil, and he run from thee, which way wilt thou go to seek him? All right, so those Israelites, man, you don't supposed to put Israelites under that heavy bondage, man, like you would do a heathen, because if you do that to them, they gonna either probably rebel against your ass, and it has more problems for you, and the Lord don't like that shit, man. Putting the heavy bondage on your brother, man, a fellow Israelite, man.
God, and also
What scripture was that?
Ecclesiasticus 33 and 31.
Okay, if I can grab one as well to go along. Sirach 4 and verse 30, and it says, "Be not as a lion in thy house, nor frantic among thy servants." Yeah, and the elders, they knew. They knew, like, nah, if you go that route, it's gonna cause friction. It's gonna cause conflict with the tribes. We're not supposed to rule over our brothers and sisters with rigor. Now, we do that with the heathen, but not amongst each other. But he took the advice of the youngins like an idiot, and look what it caused. The ripple effect that it caused within the nation.
And that's how Jake is today. They rather be feared than be respected, man.
Right.
Also in how he asked the questions, because when he went into the elders, he said, "How I may answer this people," and when he went to the younger, he said, "How we may answer this people." So he switched his words so it could appease into their emotions too. Basically putting them in a mindset is, we all in this together. This is our position,
Community.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm continuing. Oh, go ahead, bro.
I just had a precept to go with that. Hebrews chapter 4 and verse 12. For the word of the Heavenly Father is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword.
This word looks like this word will go through and cut, as I'm about to say, it'll cut through all the bullshit, man. This word cuts through the bullshit.
Straight through.
And it exposes.
Yeah.
It exposes the motives and the intents of your thoughts. It brings it all out. And hey, basically, we're in a time right now where many hearts are being revealed. And more things are going to transpire that's going to test many more brothers to see if you're really in this thing or not. Those dudes, they pretty much revealed their hand. They revealed themselves. You dudes belong to this world. You're not built for the cross of Yahushua. If worries like getting a damn job that's gonna take you away from the ministry, because you thinking that you ain't gonna be able to sustain yourself, when the Lord been sustaining your ass this whole time.
With what he was eating before.
He was.
Then Yahushua, he told his disciples, when I had y'all come with me to ministry, y'all took not a purse, not a scrip, not sandals. Were any of you lacking? And what did they say? They didn't say a word. Come on, man.
And even in that, understand, eating the whole roll, you understand that all this shit is going to be taken from us anyways.
Yeah.
The Lord gave it to you, he's going to take it all the way to see how down you are for him. It's that simple.
The same instance same person we was talking about before. Man, I can't come to camp today, man. I gotta It's so silly when you think about how childish an excuse it was. I gotta go make sure my family eat. Like, bro, it's Sunday. I gotta go down to the building and get some food stamps. I gotta go get my food stamps together. Like, bro, we teach on Sundays. What are you talking about? It ain't open on the weekend. What are you talking about? Like, no, then he try to get product. Hey, whatever. This is a pattern that we see, and just like the apostles used to say, man, just go, man, just go.
Yeah.
Just go away, man. Just straight into the sunset.
Waste of time.
Why you think Apostle Gabar always say, keep it simple, stupid?
Yeah.
He always say that, man. And the thing is, like, the Lord, he will, like, the temptation, when it says in Sirach 2:1, when thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. That, I always say this, man, that temptation can come in the form of you having things taken away from you, you suffering loss.
Yep,
Or it can be through opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Lord can put you in a situation to where you have an opportunity to get some prosperity, get some kind of money or whatever it may be.
And that's putting you to the test.
I didn't pray for jobs and be like, Lord, if this job ain't right, don't let me get it. Or don't let me keep it or whatever. And damn, I didn't get that job. So I had to sit back like, damn, that $29 or whatever the price is, that would have been good. But fuck it, bro.
Exactly, bro. And you ain't think about that. If you was a spiritual man, you would have considered, okay, this might be a test. Maybe if this don't work out, I don't get this, and the Lord got something better for me, or it ain't meant for me.
And that ain't meant to more money or whatever you were trying to get the study from.
Bro, we say it all the time. Imagine an extra whatever amount of money will ruin you. You know, whatever. If it's an extra 500, if you got an extra 500, yeah, you'd be through.
Bro, like the number that get a lot of niggas in trouble, $200, bro. I'm telling you, $200 a month, $200 extra dollars a month can finish you. It ain't enough to do something
Right.
good, but it ain't enough to keep you out of nothing either.
Yeah.
But it's just enough to get you into some bullshit.
Yep.
You got it, bro.
I don't see how Jay would see. It's certain brothers from other states. They be marveling at how us in this city,
Yeah.
how we don't fall to none of the vices here, man. Because you can easily get just swallowed through.
Yes, yeah.
Because that happened to a guy in this camp as well. Another guy, over a decade ago.
Nightlife.
This dude, he had the same exact. His faith was becoming frail because his living situation. He had a split with his baby moms. So when you split with your partner and y'all both are used to contributing together, it'll make it a little more financially tough.
Yeah.
So instead of having faith, Jake, he had two jobs. One, he was working at Bed Bath and Beyond, and then by night he would go out to the strip and promote people getting into these nightclubs and shit, strip clubs and shit. And he would get paid, per head that he admit into they have like a limo ride pull up,
Right.
get you a ride to the club or whatever. So it got to the point where he would have certain nights where he was successful with that, and he would bring a lump of money because of that. So this dude, he quit his 9 to 5.
I'm just gonna bring this up, bro.
And just put all his eggs in that basket of
And that
going
fast-
into
that
that
fast
fast,
money.
getting that fast money out there on the strip.
Uncertain though.
Well, time went by and me and this brother, we started to notice, this guy, he's we gotta encourage this brother, man. We gotta spark a fire up under him because he was tired.
Yeah.
He's coming in, like he's out during the graveyard hours, and he's coming in, at dawn, sleeping, sleeping like that.
Not at first. He was coming in, showering, and then going to the other job at first. Falling asleep past his bus stop on the way home.
Yeah.
Crashing. He just got a car, crashed that. Like, I was with him. He rear-ended another car. He was like, nah, it's no big deal, just go. The spirit let him off.
Yeah.
But in
It had
the
an
long
effect
story,
on him.
right,
You could tell it was affecting him.
that's the point.
And we would encourage him, hey brother, have faith, bro. The Most High gonna sustain you either way.
Yep.
So let's try to study more. You know what I'm saying? Let's
At least on the Sabbath,
let's do some shows, whatever the case may have been. And he would, there certain times when he would actually listen, we would tell him, and he would listen, and he'll stay in like, all right, it's the Shabbat, I'm gonna just stay in for the night. And we study or do a lesson or whatever we do, cook, and then he would go out the following day, and then he go make it big, But then he started to lose faith.
And then the time that didn't happen,
he's
he
going out on the
lost
strip
faith.
all night, coming back with nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it got to the point where he just, and that goes back to the parable of the sower of the seed. He started to fall into the cares of his life, the riches, because he's looking at the people in their nightlife.
Right.
He's around people driving nice whips, popping bottles.
That's a vice.
Got a bunch of hoes around.
That became a vice.
That became a vice to him, and it swallowed him, and he became unfruitful.
He
He was barely coming for the live, not the live, but before we was doing live shows, we was just doing like regular recorded lessons.
Yeah.
and we would record. He was not coming in for those. He would come every once in a while. Then that last time we saw his ass, he pretty much notified us and told us, yeah, I'm gonna be having a job back in San Diego.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be an opportunity for him to make more money,
To be a manager.
to be a manager or whatever he was gonna be doing. So it was like a farewell type of, you know, thing. After that happened, that's when we lost contact. He wasn't answering calls. He wasn't answering no texts. So that was pretty much a exit strategy for him to leave. He couldn't be. He wouldn't be straight up with us.
Yeah.
He wasn't being truthful.
And I would adapt him.
Huh.
When we ran into him, I saw him twice. I adapted the second time. The first time, I would adapt him 3 times.
Yeah.
But anyway, I would adapt him that time we ran into him.
Oh.
If he'd have been straight up, like, I gotta do this, bro. This just ain't for me. You gotta respect the man that know himself.
Yeah.
You're like, damn, for real? You sure? All right, bro. You know, dab him, move on.
Yeah.
Based on what you just said, real quick, bro. This Ciroc 32, and
I'll quote something while you're grabbing that. Reminds me of being lukewarm.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't on fire no more.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be all the way cold, bro. Don't
That's-
sit here kind of leaning
yeah.
around like you kind of might and this.
Right.
Nah, man.
You can't play the middle with y'all by shot. You can't play the fence. You know,
Really,
it's-
you should have figured that. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, you got it.
Now, I was just gonna say, really, you should have figured that out before you came into this thing. And put your hands on the plow.
Counting the cost.
Yeah.
And it says wisdom will flee the spirit of deceit anyway, man.
Yep.
It's Ciroc 32, and I'll start at 19. It says, do nothing without advice, and when thou hast once done, repent not. Go not in the way wherein thou mayest fall, and stumble not among the stones.
Yeah, and that's him taking that little so-called job back in San Diego. That's where he was from.
Yeah.
His mom is there. His family is there. You know, and we thinking about it right now. When Paul put Demas on blast, it said that Demas he left me loving his present world. He went back to Thessalonica, and you know, if you study about the history of Thessalonica, that was a commercial city.
Yeah.
There was a lot of trade going on, a lot of job and business opportunities,
Yeah.
all that. So Demas wanted to go back to being comfortable.
Right.
He couldn't endure the cross that Apostle Paul had to carry.
When
You know?
when you think about it, also is like maybe really Bond. You're probably the only one that's from here. All of us were from, you know, California, wherever else we're from. Being around back home around family can be a great distraction, especially in this, because you know Jake family always needs something.
Yeah.
You know, Jake family, oh, can you do this? Can you do this? And that could been
You
that
feel
could
too accessible and
right,
available.
right.
Yeah.
You know, us being away, you know, we're not as accessible. And when we do have family that come out here, the time we are able to spend is short because our weekends is tied up shit forever.
Yeah, like
Until we get out of here.
you have your parents come into town. You know, if you don't live in the same state as your parents, they'll be coming into town expecting you to spend the entire time and have everything reserved for time with them. But if they let them come on a Saturday or a Sunday, they here during the weekend. Guess what? I can't have that time with you right now. I'll come visit you maybe later or after. But I got more important things that I have in priority.
More important than your mama?
But what did Yahweh Shai say?
Right.
He had love of his father, his mother, his sister, his brother, you know, even his own life,
Yep.
you know, more than me.
Cannot be my disciple. Meaning you can't be saved.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, by saying you can't be my disciple.
Hey, after that, it says, he that bear not his cross is not worthy to be my disciple.
Yep.
I got
So, you gotta go there, bro.
Luke 14 and
26.
I want to start at 15, but the point is like
That's what brother was.
22.
Here's what brother spoke.
It said, Luke 14 and 15, it said, when one of them that sat at meat with him heard these things, he said unto him, blessed is he that shall eat bread in the kingdom of the Most High. Then said he unto him, a certain man made a great supper and bade many. and sent his servant at supper time to say to them that were bidden, come, for all things are now ready.
Hey, if any of you that you know you heard this truth and you got intrigued by it, and you know whether you sat down and you heard it for the first time on your smartphone or on your laptop, and it even moved you to take notes and all that, that was the Lord calling you. All right, he invited you, he summoned you. You've been bidden. So that means all you dudes that's got your hand on the plow, you was bidden. Go ahead.
Verse 18, and they all with one consent began to make excuse.
There you go.
The first said unto him, I have bought a piece of ground, and I must needs go and see it.
Like, what the fuck that got to do with anything? You know what I mean?
You gonna get your money back, bro.
Yeah, what does that have to do with you serving the Lord? Oh, you know, I just bought some land, you know what I'm saying? I gotta do this to it, you know,
It's gonna take
it's gonna take a while,
sun up to sundown.
to get this all set up. You know, so I ain't gonna have no time to go up there and, you know, do the ministry.
Stand around.
You know?
To land back, we see this in Israel today.
Yeah.
Jake's motive not being to push, but now that you got some land, oh, that's where your heart is at. You know, that's where your mind is on. Oh, we got this land, we about to build this. Build.
Yeah, it's an earthly endeavor.
Right.
The scripture is saying Colossians 3, set your affection on the things above, not on the things of the earth.
Right. At the same time, we brothers got projects we'll do or something, you know,
Right.
but it's not consuming our life. Where say I'm working on something in the backyard, I got a start time and a stop time.
Yeah.
Right.
Where okay, I'll come back to this shit next week
Well, come on, to
or whatever it may be.
and it's not your time isn't taken away from this.
Right.
You're prioritizing.
Yeah.
You're prioritizing Yahweh Bashim al Shai first.
It's a balance.
Exactly.
It's a balance. It's not to say that you're not allowed to have anything.
Hey,
You had
yeah,
men in the truth who were rich. Joseph of Arimathea had a sepulcher. And had, hey, go ahead and bury the Lord right there in my sepulcher. I got it. Took his body.
Top notch.
So men had substance, but they understood the priority, the devotion. Priority and devotion, man. Even in the things that you have, you can consecrate that to the Lord.
Yep.
You know? And the Lord, you know, he blessed me with this, you know, so let me, you know, you know what I'm saying?
We saw,
You give thanks to him. And then you might even share it with those that are in need. The Lord bless you with a home, you might have them extra rooms just in case.
Yeah.
Brothers falling on hard times, or you might need to lodge brothers that's coming from a journey, coming from another city or state.
Ananias and Sapphira. I
Huh.
don't know why I drew blank on the names.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I'm saying they had substance. And that was the issue. That substance became a stumbling block for them. Instead of it being a blessing consecrated to the Lord, as you make an example of.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you end up with sell it all and then, you know, and break bread so everybody has. Like, man, I'm glad I got that.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful. But what do they do? It's the same type of, well, I got to get up out here, what the brother's kind of reading about. Yeah, then you got more, and I think all y'all got more. You got first. Go ahead. You said you got a
Oh yeah, kind of. I got 2nd Ezra
You got
16.
more, right?
Verse 40, it's in the GNT. It says, listen to my message, my people, and get ready for the battle. When the disasters come, you must live as people whose home is not in this world.
It said pilgrims on the earth, right?
Yeah.
In KJV. Meaning somebody, and see, damn, who did I? Somebody was it at the camp last night? Somebody broke down the word pilgrim. Yeah, it was Dallas. They broke down the word pilgrim. And the word pilgrim really pretty much means somebody on a spirit, spiritual journey, basically.
Seeking miracles.
Seeking some a higher purpose, a higher power. So that pilgrimage gotta be what's foremost on your mind. It's cool.
Yeah,
to
Babylon
say
is
it like that.
Babylon is just a pit stop.
Exactly.
We're not to make our pit
Set
stop.
roots here, man.
Yeah, that our pit stop is not paradise.
Right.
It's not Eden. It's not the kingdom. It's not our like it was it. We have a rest.
Yep.
This is not our rest. It's just a pit stop until we get into the kingdom.
I know he got something good. Another quick one. We're leaving Egypt. What he said? Don't even take your shoes off. Eat with your shoes on. Be ready to go. Don't get comfortable and be letting your toes all get relaxed and all deep into the fiber of the carpet. Nah, man. Keep your shoes on. Be ready to move when the Pharaoh say get up out of here. You should probably you can read this.
Oh, this is one more verse.
Okay.
So I'm gonna read the
Yeah, I know he still got that
Yeah.
parable. Yeah, and this coincides with what he's reading.
Absolutely.
You know.
I'm gonna go to the KJV. It says, "O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise as he that hath no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein."
That sounds exactly like what Paul said about using but the world but not abusing it. Don't be locked down to how did he say it? He basically said pretty much the same thing though.
What the one we said, I know how to be abound, to be a
It was
base.
after that. It was in 1 Corinthians, the 7th chapter, where he said, as one that doesn't
Yeah.
get
Be as
doesn't
one
obtain-
that have no wife.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
He
a
that be
lot around
married
here.
be as though they had no
I'm sorry.
wife.
What are we doing? I know
Yeah,
that.
Ron, let me attend.
And I wanted to say something about the pilgrims on earth.
Yep.
When Esau come down with this, this chipping system being made mandatory, you gotta remember it's gonna be a siege in America, man.
Yep.
Esau gonna have his robots, super soldiers, patrolling and kicking in doors. Are you Israelites?
Yeah,
You
complete
know?
surveillance.
Yep. And I just like to quote what Yahushua said when you shall see
Jerusalem.
Oh,
Jerusalem pass with armies,
armies.
flee into the mountains. That's being a pilgrim.
He said take nothing with you.
Exactly. Yeah, man.
Don't take nothing with you either.
Yep.
Yeah, man. And see, like Jake, when we went into the wilderness, Jake was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Cause they're in the desert now. In Egypt, you had the leeks and the onions and the, you know what I'm saying, the garlic and all that. And he was comfortable.
Yeah, water source.
You had all that.
Everything.
When we got into the wilderness, it became uneasy.
Yeah, we're like
And that's when you
nomads.
start to see Jake complaining and murmuring and acting a fool, man.
In this truth, you gotta be prepared to be uncomfortable. Anytime, you have to be uncomfortable with decisions or counsels, with everything that because that may go wrong. Because you gotta understand that it's the Lord. That's the part of the Lord trying you. That's the part of the Lord actually building you up to go through those ups and downs and different shit in your life.
I meditated the other night and something kind of I don't know. I don't know exactly.
Oh yeah.
We know in part, we prophesy in part, but something kind of hit me like I think, and the brothers may understand this. I think it's already going to be that chaos, like the siege going after the men of the Lord and any of the outliers before the implant mandatory thing comes.
Oh yeah.
So the climate's already going to be dangerous. You know what I'm saying, for believing what we believe in.
Well, for this system that they are setting up, which is basically the image and the mark, we're singing a new song that basically requires us to talk about this, to testify about this system, this image, the beast, the mark, how it's gonna cause everybody that's gonna, they're gonna wander after the beast. They're gonna be taken by his miracles that he's able to perform. They're gonna fall for the delusion, and they're gonna basically give in and treat this system as if it's a god.
Yep.
Our job is to basically tell our people, don't fall for it.
Yeah.
That this is basically idolatry, and you treat this as a god. The judgment for that is you're gonna be destroyed. For showing your
Devotion.
devotion
Yep.
to another entity.
Yeah, we're gonna be.
And so I can, and in that message, that's going against the interests of the beast
Right.
who's ruling over us right now.
I really don't think they're about to make 9 billion.
Like, no.
Not when they're trying to, when the
Right.
population is part of the
Yeah.
agenda in the first place. That
Because
don't make sense.
everything that we say are opposed
Yep,
to this system.
yep. To this
And,
man.
and when thing about us being opposed to it, it makes people think.
Mhm.
Without us, the people don't think. They just go along with Esau's program. So, you know what I'm saying? So we're telling them, hey, watch for this. This is the mark of the beast. They're going to do this next. This is a whole gradualism. So the people are thinking, and if they got the spirit, they'll even a little bit of spirit, they'll say, damn, okay,
It don't even take, take common sense.
right.
These Edomites got common sense. These Bible Belt Edomites with common sense. They're looking at this shit like,
They can see it.
my freedoms is gonna be taken away with this shit. Control is crazy.
You got certain things taking place right now that's leading to this. It's about to be under attack. It's already been under attack, but it's about to be more under attack.
That's right.
Nicaragua just banned Bibles.
Yep.
You got Canada making it to where it's going to be illegal to quote
Yeah,
scriptures.
Yeah.
California was
Well,
already talking about something like that.
London,
US
England,
weapon.
They already been on
Yeah,
that for
they've
like
been on that.
You
years.
can't
Yeah.
even pray in public in London,
Oh,
Yeah,
you know.
you can't even look like you.
you can't have a certain Facebook post
Yeah,
and they come to the house and get you.
yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
Trump and Congress was discussing pretty much getting rid of, they call it sunsetting, but getting rid of Section 230, which gives these different platforms, these different social media platforms, like YouTube, which we use, it gives them immunity from being liable for certain things that people post, crazy things.
And they talk about free speech as being equated to hate speech now.
Exactly.
And you said it years ago. I love that quote. You was like, how'd you say it when when truth becomes, well, that's the original quote, but you said it another way. But anyway, when truth becomes a revolutionary act, but it was another way that you said it.
In the time of the universe of the sea, speaking the truth becomes a revolutionary act.
That's the original quote, but it was another way. He said, it don't matter. But that is the point.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think? So when freedom, the truth sounds like hate speech to who's afflicted by it or whatever, who's telling a lie, basically. I forget the quote, but something to that effect. But you brothers get your praise.
I got one real quick. Isaiah 59:15 in the NLT. Yeah. It says, yes, truth is gone, and anyone who renounces evil is attacked.
Yep.
The Lord looked and was displeased to find there was no justice.
I'll quote it, to make a man an offender for a word.
And
You know that?
Yeah.
That's Isaiah 29:21.
Yep.
Mhm.
You was done with your, you
It
gonna go
was
back?
more, but it was fast.
Go back. All right. So Luke 14.
Luke, yeah.
Luke 14 and 18.
Yeah.
Read that again. It said, and they, with all one consent, began to make excuse. The first said unto him, I have bought a piece of ground, and I must needs go and see it. I pray thee, have me excused. And another said, I have bought 5 yoke of oxen, and I go to prove them. I pray thee, have me excused. And another said, I married a wife, and therefore I cannot come. So that servant came and showed his Lord these things. Then the master of the house began being angry, said to his servant, go out quickly into the streets and lanes of the city, and bring in hither the poor and the maimed and the halt and the blind. And the servant said, Lord, it is done as thou hast commanded, and yet there is room. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. For I say unto you, that none of those men which were bidden shall taste of my supper.
Yep.
It said, cast that unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And ultimately, they allow the cares of this life to uproot them, man. You know, a woman, land, cattle, and whatever the case may be. And then this position of the flavor of the week, you have a man talking about a job, man. They need 3-4 a week breakup. Like Jake is gonna study for 12 hours each of those
Bro.
days. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Right.
That's some bullshit.
You ain't been a student all his life.
Bro. Now, but here's the sad side of it. If you put this type of energy and study into the truth, you know, who knows what the spirit might have done for you. The Most High was just, wisdom was trying you, bro.
Yeah.
That's why the scriptures say a man is tempted when he is drawn away from his own lust. And
Yep.
I got Romans 8 and 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter.
You're supposed to lose. You're supposed to lose on it. You're supposed to lose. What Paul actually said, you die. He actually said it in the equation of dying in this life that you may have life eternal. Okay, you're supposed to lose that you may win your house shot. You lose now, so you win your house shot. You sacrifice now, so you can have abundance later. And think about how crazy this world is now. This is a world built on instant gratification now. It's like structured with instant gratification.
Yep.
Like the microwave was something, but now motherfuckers bring food to your house, bro. You ain't gotta leave. You make a phone call and it'll show you can just continue what you're doing.
Yeah.
Don't even have to break your thought really, and it'll show up. Somebody else order it show up and you don't even know nothing. Just hey, cool.
Right.
Like this is how crazy this, you want the favorite song when we used to have to listen all day on the radio or wait till Rap City come back on and hear it again, or, tomorrow or the weekend. No, I want to go right to YouTube, click and you live. It's on.
We had tapes.
Bro,
we had to go through the whole tape.
Bro, the 8-track before that, it's crazy work. Even the CD, you have to still do that. You still have to do that and plug it up or batteries or whatever. But this, it's so instant. The Most High don't want, and nothing good instant is good, right?
Said knowledge shall be increased.
Yeah.
Times of him.
And that knowledge is the technology. And so this technology has got you people out of the human nature of things. Because when you started something, you started with the, like you said, the studying like you're trying to do for the job. You're supposed to study this truth like that. You're supposed to reassess yourself in the way you conduct yourself, right? And all of that is going to have you built up to where you see a certain job like, now I only need $19. I don't need $22 if I got to study weeks on end and put something else important off to the side.
Because there's a lot of brothers in the truth that can take on management positions and all that shit, but that's gonna, we know, brothers know, some brothers can take it on, but it's gonna take away from this. It's too much on your plate, because when you leave work, you going home and prepping for tomorrow when you'll actually be prepping these scriptures for a lesson. You gotta, that's why we say we live a simple life. It's, like you were saying earlier about, specific things that you do in it's simple. It's not complicated, and we don't try to make it complicated. Let me finish reading this.
I was going to add to your point. The whole issue is not with you having that job. It's not how much you getting paid. It's the fact that it's taken away from the work, man. That's it.
Where the real money's at, the treasure in heaven.
Yeah, because the apostles have never said, if brothers are able to put themselves in a better position, don't take it, man. That has never came out of their mouths.
No.
The point is that they make is, if it takes away from Sophia, then your priorities are being messed up, man. That's the whole purpose.
Yeah, because you're not gonna spend time away from your woman. You just tell her, I'm gonna be gone for a month.
Right.
And expect her to be faithful.
Yeah, she is. So she's gonna be all right with that.
And still, the connection still be strong.
Yeah. That's not. Ask these men who serve in the military that have women.
Hey, their presidents was the coldest.
That's the coldest example.
I deal with when I get it back home. But when you wasn't calling and writing, what ended up happening? Now, a pimp ass nigga Cuddy smacking you in the hallway. You know what I'm saying? With the groceries, man.
Another man is giving her time that you're not giving her.
How my baby girl doing?
Yeah,
Damn,
he feeding her. He feeding your child.
Somebody got to do it.
You know what I'm saying?
My baby girl said,
Bringing home the groceries. And another one analogy that the brothers made was about if you plant something, like a farmer.
yeah.
You think you're gonna have a plant that's thriving, and then you're gonna walk away for 2 weeks, a month, or whatever, no water, no making sure bugs and pesticides ain't fucking with your shit, rodents, whatever, and you think it's gonna be good when you get back? Nah, it's gonna be all out of control. If it's even there, probably gonna be dead.
Yeah.
So you gotta cultivate and nurture the things that are most important. In this life, we've lost this, man. You see where this place is going? Ain't no good coming at the end of this life for nobody. The only good comes is when we get to the chariot.
That's it.
That's it.
That's what we fighting for. That's what we, you know. Let me finish this real quick. Verse 37 in Romans 8. Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors
Yep.
through him that loved us.
Yep.
For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of the Most High, which is in Yahushua Mashiach our Lord.
In some cases, just to expound on those, in some cases, having a second job is better than having like a part-time job. Also, it's better than having a better job. So, you know, even though more time's taken, it ain't taking your focus away from this. If you can manage the time that way, that's in some cases that would be better. You're thinking time on, but it just makes your schedule be tighter.
Yeah.
Just making more money ain't always the thing, because now that you make more money, now here comes that $200.
Kanye, Jake needs a schedule.
Yeah.
You know, you need to be able to have allotted time for
Right.
things. Because it's the same in the world. You know, idle time is, or how's it go? Idle some.
Idle hands.
Yeah, idle
days
hands is
of
devil's
work.
playground.
Yeah,
You know,
workshop.
but being idle, you know,
Idle mind.
that makes you stagnant, man. You know, so you need to have priority. Okay, I got this hour to dedicate into studying. Okay, I got this 30 minutes to dedicate towards a lesson. Okay, after that, okay, I gotta clean this. I gotta do this. Okay, after you're done with that, matter of fact, while I clean, I can listen to the videos. You know, you have to, you know, compartmentalize, you know, the spirit, so to speak, man. You have to make sure that you're arranging time for you to knock out what the Lord needs. Because at the end of the day, hey, Yahweh Shema is providing for you in every way, man.
Hey, if I can grab this real quick, unless you had.
No, that was it. That was the last. That
If
was
I
the
can
first.
get this real quick, this is Sirach 33, and starting at verse 25, and it says, it says, if thou set thy servant to labor, thou shalt find rest. But if thou let him go idle, he shall seek liberty. And even when you have a son, your son is pretty much like your servant. You know, because you show him the ropes, you show him a trade,
Yeah.
and then so you could teach him how to be productive and not idle.
Right.
But if you let him just roam around and not teach him shit, and he just inactive, that's where, you know, he start to learn folly, and he has time to get into, you know, bullshit that can actually corrupt.
Yeah.
That can corrupt his conduct, his productivity.
Hanging out in the wrong places.
He could be influenced,
He begins to develop bad habits.
bad habits, all that.
Yeah.
So you got to keep them, you know, occupied, busy, productive, right? So the same thing with us. You know, we're fellow laborers. The elder apostles, they have the rule over us, right? They would basically be our masters in the Lord, and they're teaching their servants how to be productive, be a diligent worker. You see how we're working and laboring? That's the standard that we're setting. You work, and I guarantee you, your reward is going to be plenteous. That's why Paul said, he that reap sparingly shall reap sparingly, but he that soweth bountifully shall reap bountifully. You know, it's about what you put into it, your output. All right, and Jake, they like, well, I think this is enough. Now I'm gonna go over here and do this now, because I did just a little bit of that. So I'm gonna spend some time over here, and I'm not gonna even work.
Nah, man.
When you have that mentality, you're gonna continue to be lazy until you just basically just walk away completely.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna even have the motivation anymore. You're just gonna be willing to walk away completely. That's going back to what this says. It says, If thou set thy servant to labor, thou shalt find rest. But if thou let him go idle, he shall see liberty. I'm gonna go all free. I ain't gotta do nothing. I ain't got no boundary line. I ain't got no order. I ain't got no, nobody to tell me nothing. That's what to do.
Yeah.
And you let Jake on the job, and then you're not giving him tasks to do.
Yeah.
He gonna find a way to go to the back somewhere in the corner and not do shit for the whole ride while he's clocked in. He gonna do it.
Then it's gonna escalate to shit. Matter of fact, I ain't even coming to work.
I don't even gotta come.
I was been doing that. Why I got
Exactly.
Right. It's still good.
It's enabling.
It was a manager at a job I had before, and somebody was not working. He called me like, "Hey man, come over. You're not working." He goes, "Man, I am working." He goes, "Nah, you not working." Told the manager, "You not working. If you was working, you wouldn't worry about what I was doing." He was like, "I am working. I'm telling you to get back to work."
Yeah.
Like, he was like, "My job is to go around and make sure everybody's working. That's what my job is. Your job is to do the work."
Exactly.
That's what it was. So you worried about the wrong thing. You need to be focusing on what's really at hand, the real work. And the real work ain't about what's getting put in your bank account every couple of weeks. What it is what the Lord gonna bless you with, or not. Yeah, the spiritual.
Your treasure in heaven. Two more verses and I can get y'all to read. It says, verse 26, a yoke and a collar do bow the neck, so are tortures and torments for an evil servant. Send him to labor that he be not idle, for idleness teacheth much evil. Yep.
By the way, that guy got fired like a month later. Not long later.
Oh,
And he like, and didn't see it coming.
yeah.
And didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
That's a parable. Isn't there a parable about that?
Yeah, I got something.
You got to
The point that I was going to try to get across was that also certain men in jobs, in the world, where they feel like they're having to do too much. Like, man, why I always gotta be doing everything? I'm doing too much. They forget that they're gonna get rewarded for that. But that's another sentiment that we gotta avoid. That feeling that, man, why we gotta go to the live every Saturday, every Sunday? Why we gotta do videos? It's just too much work, man.
That's
It's the complaining.
Yeah.
Completely revealed itself, man.
It's a spirit of complaining, constantly complaining, And so that's what I was gonna get. The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1 in the GMT, and I'll start at verse 9, but the point is down. It says the intentions of ungodly people will be closely examined. Their words will be reported to the Lord, and then they will get the punishment that their wickedness deserves.
Man. The Lord, like, them dudes trying to make excuses and justify themselves, and then took it upon themselves to start disrespecting the elders.
That's the one.
You better believe all those words got reported back to the Father, man.
They ain't what did niggas say? They ain't never been shot or.
Yeah, he said
They
he
never
ain't
shot
never
nobody.
Shot nobody.
What?
Good kids.
Y'all good kids.
Yeah.
Then he said that brothers are slow.
Right.
He said that they're slow and like
Standing basements and
he was talking a lot of shit, man. He was getting real arrogant and disrespectful.
Yeah, the same man he so-called gave double honors to, he went and talked shit about him at camp. Cause he said, "Oh, y'all and the men over y'all." That's what he said.
That's what this chapter gets into. That's bitterness, It says the Most High will tolerate no challenge, and since He hears everything, you cannot hide your complaining from Him. So be sure that you do not go around complaining.
Man, what did he do in the wilderness?
I seen the same thing. Those Israelites that murmured against Aaron and Moses.
Yeah.
You think that they might have been in the back, but they got to the head. They got to the father.
Don't forget Miriam.
Yeah.
Too.
even that statement that he made when he was like, "I ain't doing no 3 videos today." that's a heavy statement that we made because it's a reflection of how you really feel.
Yeah,
It's
that's-
just nobody ever told you to do 3
Right.
videos a day.
The Apostle said you should be in the spirit of doing 3 videos a day. But
The standard was for brothers to do 3 videos a week.
we get it.
Then he said the brother should get in the spirit of doing a video every day. And he said if the spirit is on me, I'm gonna do 2, 3, or more videos a day.
Yeah, you see, he do it.
And he does that.
He was going in today.
Yeah.
I couldn't keep up.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So there ain't no excuses. See, it would be one thing if they didn't, if they was not walking in the example that they're setting. If they're telling us to be diligent and do these videos and all that, but they wasn't doing anything or barely doing anything, then yeah, that would be, you know, an issue. But these men, they literally live the example that they're setting. And that's going back to, you know, the standard, the rule that they have. Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honors.
Right.
You niggas ain't giving your honors to them ain't genuine if you're not willing to take on the example that they're setting.
It's in word and not deed.
Exactly. You're showing honor towards them if you follow in their example, their footsteps, and acknowledging that they're the ones who who built you up in the spirit.
They don't want no worldly praise. They do the work.
Just time.
Yeah, how should I say, you're my friend if you do what I tell you.
Bro.
That's it. That is it.
I
Now.
got it real quick when you go like that, bro. Sirach 27, you said there's a heavy statement he made, and people reveal themselves in what they say. It says, verse 3, it says, unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall soon be overthrown. As when one sifted with the sieve, the refuse remain, so the filth of man is in his talk. The furnace proveth the potter's vessel, so the trial of man is in his reasoning.
Yep.
The fruit declareth that the tree had been dressed, so is the utterance of a conceit in the heart of man.
Trial of man is in his reasoning.
Yep.
And
And that's why the scriptures say, try the spirit by the spirit. You know, you hear that type of thing coming out of his mouth, that lets you know where his priorities is. That lets you know where his treasure is.
Yeah.
For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Yeah.
Their mind is not in the kingdom. It's focused on this world. You know, you're seeking to set yourself up and sustain yourself in a decaying empire, a world that's passing away. It's turning into a damn dystopian dictatorship. You don't have any sovereignty, no privacy, no nothing. Who the fuck would want to prosper under that? That's not prosperity at all. You want to live comfortable under that?
just an analogy of the show Black Mirror, 15 Million Merits. He went from a cubicle that was probably 8 by 8.
Right.
And then when he finally sold out, basically, he got all the way up there and sold out. Then he had what, like a 30 by 30?
Yeah, bigger cage.
Same shit. It was a bigger cage.
Yeah.
You want a bigger cage to die in? Yeah. Just the thinking don't make no sense.
Yeah, this is like we read about the parable about Lazarus and the rich man.
Yeah.
And it talks about that great gulf fixed. There's a separation.
Yeah.
Right now, you know, being represented as Lazarus, our living conditions, bro. Even if you live in a house, man. Yeah.
As if it was a point to death.
Whether you live in a apartment, 2-3 bedroom apartment, or even a 3-4 5 bedroom house, man. We're not living the way we're supposed to live. My fucking next door neighbors live feet away from me. That's not supposed to be.
That's supposed to be that ain't even supposed to be your animals right there.
Bro.
You're supposed to have, that might be some rose bushes, a garden or something that make your house smell, you know what I mean?
Even the way these places are built,
Yeah.
it's just it's working against you, man.
It's
Yeah.
like
It
captivity.
makes you sick.
Yeah, what substance do you have, man? You still got bills.
Yeah. Why would you want to prosper in this current setup where even if you do get a good job, what does that do? What does that do for you? It puts you in more debt. It gives you the illusion that you could do more than you're doing now, but you really can't.
You got more responsibility
Right.
at work now.
You got to deal with inflation. You know, it's so much bullshit you got to deal with.
It's a hamster.
You still under the
hamster
curses.
wheel, man.
Exactly.
Constantly just running the wheel. Can I finish this?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I want to pull something that a brother had shared.
Back at Wisdom of Solomon 1, and I'll finish it real quick. It says, verse 11, so be sure that you do not go around complaining. It does no good. Don't engage in bitter talk.
Yeah, but you're gonna be bitter and talking all weird about the truth. And this is where your life is at. This is life. You know, you gonna complain about the good, how good you got it?
Right.
That don't make no sense. He take it away and you can see how good you don't got it.
It says, the most secret things you say will have their consequences, and lying will destroy your soul. So if these men, saying things like this on camera, they're saying, they're really talking shit behind the camera,
You can only imagine what they really saying, really thinking.
Exactly, unknowingly they're
Yeah, the dude that was making them insults, he was starting to sound like IUIC.
Yeah.
You damn near ready to call us bummerlights and shit.
Yeah.
Because because brothers don't support the young brother's decision, to
Because you're watching over his soul. That's why you're mad. Because the scriptures say the shepherds are supposed to watch over the sheep, the state of thy flock. I believe it's in Proverbs. It says, watch over
be thou diligent to know the state
yeah,
of your
the
flock.
state of thy flock, man.
Yeah.
Hey, well, that's making sure you're watching over the spirits of the men, who are under you. So the elders who gave him basically the decision not to do the 3-4 week break was actually caring for his soul more than you. Caring for his life more than you were. Because you're fine with him getting that job and then the spirit being snatched from him.
And I'm pretty sure the brother, was it Elder Hawaii? I'm not sure who gave him counsel. Went through certain things, asking questions about it, and because not like the brother didn't want him to get the job, but that shouldn't be your last resort. Like I can't do the work. Like the brother probably said, well,
I think that's what led to them saying though. The fact that he was gonna be inactive for a whole 3
That's crazy.
weeks.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's nuts.
That's crazy, bro.
I don't know what I would do with myself if I wasn't involved with any of this for a whole 3 weeks.
Miss a day, miss a
Bro.
lot. Shit,
Bro.
3
I was
weeks.
asking you, God, the lesson.
Bro, I wouldn't know what to do with myself, man.
If I don't see a brother,
I
unless
would-
it go up from you, I said either this brother's sick or we got to strike.
I don't know what else to do. Like I'm accustomed to serving the Lord, man. Like the Spirit compels us. So if you're at ease with not being present and active in the ministry, you're at ease with like being away or inactive for a long period of time. I'm sorry, bro. Your ferventness is not there. You're pretty much on your way to being cold.
Bro, I had the flu 2 weeks ago, bro. On camp day. My ass was there, man.
Yeah.
It was the fear.
Yeah.
You guys don't got fear, man. The Lord haven't put fear in you,
Yeah. That's the issue.
Yeah. So when the Lord started judging your ass, then you're gonna say, oh, I should have been. I should have been.
Right.
So yeah, man.
Yeah, if I can grab this one real quick, Hebrews 13 and 17, it's in the NLT.
Yep.
It says, obey your spiritual leaders, or those who have the rule over you, and do what they say. Their work is to watch over your souls, and they are accountable to the Most High. Give them reason to do this with joy and not with sorrow.
Yep.
That would certainly not be for your benefit.
Yep.
So you better believe the advice that brothers give you is for your benefit, is to keep you in the right path. because you need the guidance. You need spiritual leaders that's going to lead you in the right way. You know,
It's to keep you from not feeling missiles, man.
Bro.
Ultimately, you know.
See,
and that's why it's good to have elders and apostles and you know, bishops, overseers.
Camp heads and regional heads.
That's something to appreciate, man.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring that back up about that same job. Once the guy was done, and then they hired a couple more people, and we started working like a well-oiled machine. Guess what? The boss hopped in with us. He was next to us working. And then the store started to reflect how all the hard work we were doing. You could see it. And now money was coming in. Like, hey, we got good ratings on when the big manager, regional managers, district, whatever came in. Party, pizza party, ice cream, buffet, whatever the fuck. We just, yeah. Okay. When things is going well, you notice he's like, well, I ain't got the manager. Y'all work, so let me hop in.
Yeah.
And then we get more done. And that's what this is supposed to be about. You want to have pride in what you're putting together, man, what you're building. You don't want to be like, well, I did that little section right there. Like, man, me and these brothers did all of this over here, and we did that. And you want to be, like, working is a good thing. I don't know if this lazy-ass mentality is coming from. Just like it's in the world. That's how you can see if somebody's in the world. How, they
Jake
have
wanted
that
to
same mentality.
Jake wanted to be lazy with the labor of love, but want to be fervent with the labor of his oppressor.
The meat that perish.
I wouldn't be surprised. And this is just my thought. Spirit telling me, I wouldn't be surprised if a woman somewhere that's wants
Oh,
to do
hell
something, bro.
Yeah.
That wants more out of me.
Yeah.
That's usually what. That's the only thing that moves Jake like
or the
that.
women wants him to get that job.
That's what I'm saying.
To
Yeah.
So or he's
So we don't
trying
have
to
to
do it
struggle
to
so much.
Yeah, you got a lot's wife.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why going back to what Paul said, he that married for wife, care for the things of the world, how he may please his
I'm
wife.
still.
I was trying to say, remember Lot's wife.
Yeah.
I got that because I was still kind of holding up.
Yeah.
And it hit real quick.
It's like, did it not say that in it might not have said it, but did it refer to that in second Ezra 16, when it talks about being as a pilgrim, and it said not to be that have
Yes, still here.
be as though he didn't have.
Yeah.
And they, verse 44.
Yep.
They that marry, as they that shall get no children.
Yep. Exactly.
There it
It's
is.
gonna mimic that. Yeah.
There it is.
Is that all of it?
It says, they that marry as they that shall get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers.
There it is.
And this one says in 1 Corinthians 7, verse, straight to the point, verse, well, not to the point, but right above it, it says 28, but if thou marry, thou hast not sinned, and if a virgin marry, she has not sinned, nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh, but I spare you. You don't really want to add too much more, but it says, but this I say, brethren, the time is short, it remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none, and they that weep as though they wept not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoice not, and they that buy as though they possess not.
Same thing. Saying the same thing. Priority.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still going. And when they use this, and they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. You're just trying to get by to the kingdom, bro. You're just trying to get as far as you can get to the second Ezra 16. The 70s kick in. That's all they were really waiting for.
Everything is being loaned to you by the Lord.
Everything.
And he says, a soldier that suffered poverty, do we hate? Hey man, he don't want to see you suffering. He said, "Lest I steal and forsake the Lord, how to go, or unless I be full and deny the Lord." You don't want them. He wants you to where you're active. But he understands as a man. That's what flipped the spirit. I was getting back to that in Matthew the 6th chapter, right? But basically the point of where you he wants to keep you just involved in the world enough to where you can sustain yourself, but then you can be profitable to him. Okay, not to where you're so profitable he has no use for you and you have no use for him.
I got one precept there. Second Ezra 9, 2 Ezra 9-6, 9-7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith wherein ye have believed shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them from me from the beginning.
And the beautiful thing about, and that's why I was watching the Dallas list on the way over here. They were saying, what was the word that they used? I can't think of the word that they used. Oh, you were never in the truth, because what's gonna happen to
You're
your
never
elect?
affiliates.
You were never affiliates. Kind of, because you're gonna fall out. If you're not the elect, then you ain't gonna remain. Okay, unless you love the elect. And if you effing up and you are the elect, the Lord will tap you on the ass with something to get you on track. Put that fear in you to get you on track. Not that you should be waiting for that,
Yeah.
because he could easily, you don't know, so he can spew you out if you're missing the scourges.
An affiliate is someone who has a close association to you. So that would mean that if I have an enemy, you being an affiliate, my enemy is your enemy. If I suffer hardship due to your close ties to me, you're gonna suffer.
Right.
If I rejoice, you being an affiliate, you have a close association with me, you're gonna rejoice.
It's another way of saying
If I conduct myself a certain way, we have a certain structure, a certain conduct,
Doctrine.
a doctrine.
Yeah.
You being a close associate of mine, you're gonna follow it. You're gonna have the same layout,
Structure.
same structure.
Yep.
You're gonna conduct yourself in the same manner. You're gonna think the same way. That's an affiliate. We do things the same. We think on the same playing field. We think the same.
Fellow believer, brother, neighbor, these are all similar similes.
Yeah.
Is that the right word? Similes? But anyway, they're all the same kind of words.
And if you're not willing to follow suit and follow the example, you're not willing to share the same judgment, share the same afflictions, then no, you're not an affiliate.
Right.
You're not willing to be under the same order, you're not an affiliate.
Right. You're gonna eventually you receive warnings from your job.
Yeah.
If you're not doing the right thing, if you're not following the instructions, you're gonna receive a warning. They're gonna let you know that you need to get it together, man. You know, the first time might be a friendly warning. The second time, right. You know,
Third time is
and
like
you can't, right? And you can't be offended at that.
Exactly.
You can't take it personal. We're all working for a company. We're working for, like the elders always say, man, for the king, man.
King of the
Universe.
And we gotta do it how the king wants it done. This is not, we didn't come up with this, man.
We want our eyes to be single, man. All right, we're focused on one thing, one mission. All right, we're focused on one mission, and we all are trying to get to the exact same destination. But if you want to do your own thing, you're trying to climb up some other way. Hey, have at it.
Hey, and like that they said in the other video we just mentioned. Hey, that's fine if you don't want to be on the inside of this. That's fine, but you still got to do it. And the same rules, as you think the rules not going to apply, that you still have to build a certain way. You think you're going to go in there and build it the way you want to if you go do it on your own? No, it's still instruction on how it's supposed to be built. I got two more verses that's going to tie into.
And I know he had more on. Somebody was in Corinthians.
I'm in Corinthians.
Oh, you in Corinthians?
Corinthians 7, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You was gonna read down to what?
Yeah, 33.
30. I think you should read verse 35.
Okay, come on. I'm looking at.
You can read what you read, but
yeah, I'm at 31 right now. So 32 says, "But I would have you without carefulness. He that is unmarried care for the things that belong to the Lord, how he may please the Lord." Even that's why I said, as though you had no life, right? Nothing in your way. Prioritize. no distractions, no what did it say in Luke 14, 26 verse? He that hateth, but we know is prefer. There's a real understanding of that, right? You can't prefer nothing above this thing, right? It says, but he that is married care for the things that are of the world, how he may please his wife. There's a difference also between the wife and a virgin. The unmarried woman cares for the things of the Lord, that she may be holy, but in body and in spirit. Both in body and in spirit. But she that is married cares for the things of the world, how she may please her husband. And this I speak for your own profit, not that I may cast a snare upon you, but for that which is comely, that you may attend upon the Lord without distraction.
And the same goes for whether you bought some land, whether you went and got your oxen.
Yep.
You know,
You just got married.
you just got married. You just married you a wife.
My father just passed away.
My father just passed away. You know, somebody in the family just passed.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You still got to continue to move forward, man. All right, because this is a greater task at hand, man. This is a purpose that was designed in the heavens.
Mm-hmm.
This purpose was ordained from heaven, man.
And
What was first, the heavens or the earth?
Right.
You know.
I got a little more, another precept. This is Matthew 6. I'm gonna hit 24. Then I'm
Oh,
gonna.
if I can though, because you just read that last verse where it says that you may attend upon the road without distraction. Real quick, Mark 4:18 in the A and P, it says, and others are the ones on whom seed was sown among the thorns. These are the ones who have heard the word, but the worries and cares of the world, the distractions of this age with its worldly pleasures.
I was gonna read the one in Luke. Luke 7, yeah.
And the deceitfulness
21.
and the false security or glamour. And that's basically what Jake is doing it for.
Yeah, it's always something temporal
Mm-hmm.
that Jake want to sell this thing out for.
Mm-hmm.
Because this embodies everything. You can tell when a man's rich in the spirit. You know what I mean? You can see his wisdom is quick with it. His wit comes off quick. He's relaxed. He's focused. You know, you can see that he's intense when he's involved. You can see when a man is rich in the spirit. You know?
Now it says, and the deceitfulness and the false security or glamour of wealth or fame. You know, you see guys going on these podcasts, that's off with fame.
Yeah.
And the passionate desires for all the other things creep in and choke out the word, and it becomes unfruitful.
Yep.
Yeah. But then when you read the next verse, it says, and those in the last group are the ones on whom seed was sown on good soil, and they hear the word of the Most High and the good news regarding the way of salvation, and accept it and bear fruit 30, 60, and 100 times as much as was sown. And these men, they just put in the labor, they just worked and produced the fruit. And you had these other Israelite groups that came from the old school. It was certain of them, I ain't gonna say all of them, but it was certain of them, based on the testimony of the apostles, that some of these guys went idle for a while before they came back and put their hands on the plow. But the apostles, the labor that they put in, they never stopped. When you look at the fruit produced as a result of that, GMS was the first camp to go global.
Without leaving the country.
And they didn't have to leave the country. You see that?
Apollos watered, how'd it go? Yeah, but the Most High gave the increase because they saw the labors of the ones that were before them. We enter into other men's labors. You had more?
Yeah, that was the point. Because the verse up above, those that fell upon thorns, they didn't have enough time to till the ground and you know, sow the seed
Cultivate.
and cultivate.
Yeah.
Husbandry, they had no time to be active in the agriculture of the ministry. All right, because this is compared to, you know, agriculture, the labor of agriculture, which the word culture, going back to the word cult, which basically means labor. You know,
You still got more?
And it's a synonym
Yeah,
to
that
the word
was it.
devote.
Mhm.
What you got? Because he got something. What you got?
Isaiah 30 and 20 in the NLT.
Yeah, go ahead.
It said, though the Lord gave you adversity for food and suffering for drink, he will still be with you to teach you. You will see your teacher with your own eyes. Your own ears will hear him. Right behind you with a voice you will say, this is the way you should go, whether to the right or to the left. Yeah. So basically, man, hey, you see the true men of the Lord, man. You know, and you see the fruit. I'm the fruit. all these men up here are the fruit, the apostles. And elders of great millstone.
And they can even be attributed to their teachers.
Right.
You know, men that have moved on to another state for a while, they'll come down first. The works they labor, the works you follow.
And like brothers always say too, like you never know who's watching you too. So if you decide to take any amount of time off, you starving your sheep, man. You starving those who watching you.
Okay, this is Matthew 6. I'm starting here at 24. I'm reading it in the NLT. And it reads, no man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else it's like NLT. It says, no man can serve two masters, for you will hate one and love the other. You'll be devoted to one and despise the other. You cannot serve both Yahweh and money. And then jump down to 32. It's like 31.
30's good.
Okay, this 30 in NLT. It says, and if Yahweh cares so wonderfully for wildflowers that are here today and thrown into the fire tomorrow, he will certainly care for you. Why do you have so little faith?
Yeah, why do you gotta call and plan yourself to go get this bigger, greater job? Now, that may be part of what you need to do, but if it don't line up, help you line up with what you're doing in the ministry, then it ain't, you know, that should be your priority. Is this gonna help the ministry? Is this gonna help not just my city? Okay, it will help me, of course, and then the ministry can be helped. Great. Yeah, do that. That's in the spirit. And don't miss a beat on what your job is.
Right.
But when it takes away from that, you gotta let that go.
Yeah, I like thinking like this, man. Every time you do the work of the Lord, man, you're contributing to the kingdom, man. To the government of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. And this kingdom gonna be eternal, man. So every time you do this work, you're a part of that, man. You're a part of that kingdom, man.
I like that you brought that point up.
Yeah.
Yahweh said, I go to prepare a place for you.
Yeah.
But what are we down here doing? We
Yeah.
gotta make sure the fire is kindled back here when he shows up.
Mm-hmm.
To say, hey, that's ready. Y'all ready?
To add to your point, I just wanted to do real quick just to add to your point when Yahweh said, occupy till I come.
Yep.
When you go into that word occupy in the blue letter, it means to tend to a business, man.
And as the elder was speaking, it's established in the heavens first, and then on earth. So the temple is established amongst the men, but we understand New Jerusalem coming down is going to be a physical government upon earth after this kingdom is destroyed.
That's what we should be looking for. That's where all the relief is at. Not in the $2 more an hour or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's the relief for the whole planet Earth, man.
Right. For all things.
Because the earth itself is suffering under the rulership of this devil, man.
Yeah. If I can grab this real quick, 1 Peter 5, because one of the things that can happen, in which we all subject to that being in his flesh, but especially like these guys are making their excuses. Jake they're not used to going without or having certain comforts stripped from them. or making sacrifices. We supposed to not really care for any of that stuff. We supposed to care only for our love towards Yahweh Shem Shai and brotherhood, right? So this is a warning from Peter. 1 Peter 5 and 6 is, I'm gonna read it in the Amplified Bible. It says, therefore humble yourselves under the mighty hand of the Most High. Set aside self-righteous pride, so that he may exalt you to a place of honor in his service at the appropriate time. Casting all your cares, all your anxieties, all your worries, and all your concerns once and for all on him.
Somebody get 2 Ezra 14.
For he cares about you with deepest affection and watches over you very carefully. Be sober, well balanced, and self-disciplined. Be alert and cautious at all times. That enemy of yours, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, fiercely hungry, seeking someone to devour. And if you give into your concern, your anxieties, your cares, which that's where doubt starts to seep in. That's the devil's playground right there.
The devil,
You're right in Satan's territory.
the devil preys on that.
He preys right on when you get in that spirit of worry and anxiety and what about this and what if this and this and that. And based on the excuses that these dudes were making, Jake felt like he's gonna go homeless or the world's gonna end if he don't take this job.
That's kind of.
You know what I'm
You need
saying?
the world to end, bro.
Bro,
You need to be. We don't have to be. You think we're not gonna be homeless? Wait. You think we're not gonna be homeless before this thing is over?
Bro,
Yeah, how shot it? Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro.
It's on you, bro. Somebody.
Yeah, how shot it have nowhere to lay his head? You think we not gonna be homeless before this is over?
Yeah, he said birds have nests, foxes have holes.
Yeah,
The son of man has nowhere to lay his head.
this is it.
Bro, that hit.
Yeah,
That
it
hit.
kind of got hold of home.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says, be sober, well balanced, and self-disciplined. Be alert and cautious at all times. That enemy of yours, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, fiercely hungry, seeking someone to devour.
I just thought of another scripture. He that seeketh to save his life
Shall lose it.
He that loseth his life for my sake shall gain life eternal.
Oh, and also, Satan knows your vulnerability. Right?
Absolutely.
He's known as the tempter.
Better
Did
go
he
by-
not attempt Yahweh Shai at his weakest
Yep.
point physically?
Yep.
And told him, I'll give you the world if you bow down and serve me?
I know you hungry. Make them stones bread.
Yeah.
So you can eat, man. You feel bad.
So that's what Esau gonna do now that he got everybody on their knees. You know, he's squeezing with a tight squeeze. He's gonna get everybody to comply with his new world order.
Yep.
If that means I gotta take away privileges, I gotta make sure your food supply is scarce, shoot the price of everything sky high, shoot the housing market up so nobody can buy. If I'm gonna make it so uncomfortable for you, I know I can get you on your knees to come and bow to me. That's where Esau is at right now. That's the pieces that he's moving. He's playing chess.
I was just gonna say the chess piece that he's moving. He's been waiting to move that around.
And really, it's the Heavenly Father on the left-hand side.
Yep.
Because he's gonna use this devil to test you. And based on y'all mentality, even ISUPK, them two, and they was all these niggas making excuses. All you niggas that serve your own belly over here. You Genesis niggas as well. You niggas is trying to get in good graces with the heathen. You trying to preserve yourself.
Niggas joining themselves to
Yeah.
Nation of Islam.
Yeah, all this madness that y'all doing. Esau is gonna take advantage of you niggas, man.
You already lost, man.
Yeah. Y'all gonna take the MOTB. All of you. If you faltering now, and he ain't even applied the real pressure yet,
Ain't nothing even
hey,
going on.
He didn't drive nobody up, bro.
bro,
Still running water. He's gonna get no visit at the door or nothing.
Yeah. He's
Bro.
still visiting, making deals and offers. And
Right.
take the bag. I
Yeah.
got the bag for you.
yeah. So you dudes are not willing to suffer, man. That's what you all got in common. You couldn't hold the weight of the cross. You put it down and said, no, I can't bear this any longer. The Lord is taking too long.
This is too much.
It's too much.
I wish I had it.
So I'm gonna just go for mine right now. I'm gonna get my consolation.
Yeah, yeah.
You know. So yeah, so continuing on, warning from Peter. It says, but resist him, be firm in your faith against his attack.
Yeah.
Rooted, established, immovable. We gotta be immovable in the Lord, right? Always abounding in the work of the Lord, right?
Go back to Romans 8.
Be steadfast, be immovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. It says, knowing that the same experiences of suffering. Hey, certain brothers falling on hard times. You got brothers losing, loved ones. Brothers with infirmities.
Yeah.
Brothers getting into injuries and fucking up their livelihoods.
Yeah.
Brothers is catching it. All. But guess what? Your brothers are still in good spirits.
Yeah.
And still being steadfast in their faith. Still fighting, man.
And when we read these scriptures, man, we read these scriptures with conviction. We not just reading them just for this video. When the brother read that Romans, that's one of my favorite precepts personally.
Yeah.
That Romans 8,
Yeah.
who shall separate us from the love of Yahweh? And it lists all of those things we're gonna be faced with, man.
It says, knowing that the same experiences of suffering are being experienced by your brothers and sisters throughout the world.
The
You
difference,
do not suffer alone.
that's the difference. Some of these guys make it about them. Like, I'm suffering too much. Let me ease it up. You start looking around, you start noticing. Like,
Jake is selfish, bro.
Yes.
Jake is selfish. That's the same reason why they want to stay off for 3-4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you don't want to work with the body to get to that end goal of obtaining the kingdom. You don't see the men around you suffering.
Right. That's
Niggas are selfish, bro.
Yeah.
Man, it's always a brother.
Narcissist.
Yeah,
It's always a brother that's
bro.
got it worse
Somebody
than
got it
you.
worse.
The moment you think about your hell,
Yeah.
think about another brother's hell, and you're gonna be like, what the fuck am I complaining for?
All right, I got one since you just said that.
You got it.
It's like in Romans 12:10, it says, be kindly affection one to another with brotherly love and honor, preferring one another.
Yeah.
What does that mean to prefer one another?
Yeah.
It means to basically put your brothers before you.
Yeah,
And that's the Yahushua, the 2 commandments.
Yeah.
The law.
The second one is like unto the first.
Yeah.
And I got one more. 1 Corinthians 12, verse 1 Corinthians 12 and verse 26. I'll start at 25. It says, so this is in the AMP. It says, so that there would be no division or discord in the body, that is, lack of adaptation of the parts to each other, but that the parts may have the same concern for one another. And if one member suffers, all the parts share the suffering.
yeah. It's
If one member is honored, all rejoice with it.
Yeah, it's like the regular body, man. If your lungs are going through hell, guess what? Hey, your body is shut down, man. If you got a broken ankle, hey, well, your body is at a point where you're unable to be as effective on your moving.
You mentioned the ankle. That affects the other leg because you're more dependent on that leg
More weight.
now, more weight. So
That's
everything works in
the hip,
yeah.
the back, what's gonna lead to the back, gonna lead to your shoulder, it's gonna lead to your neck. I mean, headaches,
It's a lot of compensating.
bro.
Yeah. Where other members have to work harder.
I was gonna say, a lot of you jakes ain't playing team sports, man.
Right.
Y'all don't know what it's like to be a team player. When you're a real team player, some of them ones, as I said years ago, I can't miss camp. I can't let these other men down. What may happen if I'm not there? Not to say that, but basically that something good may happen and I want to be there for it, or something bad may happen and I want to be there for it to help.
Oh,
Yeah, I think what if we go to camp and a member of the elect is having to walk down the street or drive down that street? We know it's the most Yahweh Shah's will, for the member elect to get it. But
Right.
what if you weren't there to edify that member?
Yep.
Yeah.
You know.
Is this good enough?
Yeah, one more. Philippians 2 and 3 in the NLT. It says, "Don't be selfish. Don't try to impress others. Be humble, thinking of others as better than yourselves. Don't look out only for your own interests, but take an interest in others too. You must have the same attitude that Yahushua Mashiach had." And
Yeah.
we know selfishness was far from Yahushua's character. He said, "I have my meat is to do the will of the Father, man, that sent me." So he had to do this work.
Bro, Yahushua fed niggas that he knew wasn't gonna accept the truth.
He washed his disciples' feet.
Exactly.
It is back in Matthew 6, it's 31. It's like a 30. And if Yahweh cares so wonderfully for wildflowers that are here today and thrown into the fire tomorrow, he will certainly care for you. Why do you have so little faith? So don't worry about these things, saying, what will we eat? What will we drink? What will we wear? These things dominate the thoughts of unbelievers. But your heavenly Father already knows all your needs. Seek the kingdom of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai above all else, and live righteously, and he will give you everything you need. So don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring its own worries. Today's trouble is enough for today.
That's only one aspect of it. You gotta
Was that in James, the 4th chapter, where it talks about boasting of tomorrow?
Oh yeah.
And it says, James 4:13, it says, "Go to now, ye that say today or tomorrow we will go into such a city and continue there a year," in Jay's case, three weeks,
Yeah.
"and buy and sell and get gain." That's what? Trade, commerce, work, service, to get gain.
He just read 13.
James 4:13. "And whereas you know not what shall be on the morrow, but what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time."
Vapor is the coldest thing. It look like smoke, but it don't last, bro. It evaporates. It's gone, like no trace of it. Smoke, you can still smell it. Vapor is gone. It didn't even have a smell.
And guess what? This little time that we have in this flesh, why not use that time to serve the Lord? The little time that we have. That's why it says in Ephesians, redeeming the time because the days are evil.
Yeah.
Redeeming the time means to make the best use or opportunity of the time that we have because the days are evil. The time of persecution, the time of tribulation is approaching. To the little time that we have, we gotta be active, putting in for the Lord, man, so that when the Lord returns, you got that you set up in store for yourself. All right, you got that spiritual treasure, man. The Lord remember your works and reward you for it. He said that He will reward you openly. Well, that's because you confess Yahushai before men. He gonna confess you before the Father. Wouldn't you rather want that than a damn job promotion or job recommendation from a damn employer who's getting rich off of your labor?
The more money you make, the more they taking anyway.
Bro, you're getting taxed up like crazy. Your wages ain't finna go that. It ain't gonna keep up with the way society is going. Inflation is not gonna keep up no matter what job you get.
And AI may take that job within a year.
Oh yeah.
They said AI took 50,000 jobs
Yep.
in 2025.
You said he got fired from the job. You see how quick that shit? It's
Easily,
nothing, man.
Easily. I got Lord can set you up with that job and then take it just a day later.
Yep.
Now what you finna do? The Lord can treat if the Lord dealing with you, he'll let you try to go and do this little training or whatever you was gonna do, and then have something happen to you as you like, no, I gotta get away. Yeah, the Lord's like He did Jonah.
Yep.
Now take your ass back to where you's at and get your ass back to work.
Yeah.
If the Lord was dealing with you,
Right. That's mercy.
that's come. But if you going along like, yeah, I'm finna take 3 weeks off, I'm finna just be all into this, and the Lord allows that,
That's a good.
hey,
Good job.
that might not you might not be receiving the chastening of the Lord, man.
Lord see you as a bastard, not a son.
Yeah.
Scary.
I gotta read. You wanna read that first, or we read this?
I think that's a pretty good. Well, I don't
That's
know what you got.
Let's get close it.
Those two should be it.
You can
I'll read mine first. Sirach 2:17 in the GNT. Those who fear the Lord are always ready to serve him. They humble themselves before him and say, we place our destiny in the hands of the Lord, not in human hands, because his mercy is as great as his majesty.
Honestly, one thing you have to understand, man, is hey, we don't have any power here. You know, like you don't have control over anything. Hey, everything was predestined for us anyways. You know, which means, hey, the saying, the Christians hijack, let go and let God.
Right.
And that's essentially what you have to do throughout this whole process, but just continue to be determined to work for Yahweh Shem Shai, man. But you can't stop Esau from coming down into you. That's part of the bitter that you gotta eat, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he about to corner.
That was great.
Esau's getting ready to corner us with our backs against the wall.
And that's the civilian. That's not.
Yeah.
That's not
That
just
ain't-
any old. That's everybody.
Right.
You know, it's gonna get even tighter for us because we're gonna deny it. A little pressure for y'all. Y'all gonna fold and tap out. We gotta endure it. We gotta be like Jacob and hold on to having that angel into the lock to the hip joint pop out, man, and still demand more for out of this. You
You
know.
willing to die, man.
Yeah.
You willing to die, man. And they love not their lives unto death. Right?
So that's perfect.
2 14 in GNT. I'm gonna start here at verse 14. It says, put earthly cares away from you, throw down your human burdens, and lay aside your weak human nature. Put all your anxieties aside and get ready to leave this world quickly.
Ooh.
You have seen many
If you was, how deep would you furnish your house? How would you really be shining your car up if you knew you were gonna have to walk away from all this shit any day now? I'm out. I'm gonna try to get as much as spiritual as I can. You know, get as much of that spiritual treasure as I can. Put all my time and focus into that, and then be ready to move.
Man, you should be willing to walk away what you don't even own.
Yeah.
What the fuck we own here?
You don't even own your own life.
right
Yeah.
Either E own it or your house own it.
That's it. That's it. That was it.
That's more.
Go ahead.
It says, put all your anxieties aside and get ready to leave this world quickly. You have seen many evil things already, but far worse things are about to happen.
Trump already said I was a leader of the 5G, but now we're going to the 6.
What does it do? See under the skin?
See under the skin. So deeply under someone's skin. They're telling you.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
They're telling you.
Did he just slip? Did he know and slip, or did he just,
Bro,
you know?
this is prophecy happening in our faces,
Hey,
man.
bro, the fact that it's 6G.
6.
You know, going back
Stigma.
to exactly,
Yeah.
Kai-Sai stigma, man. Stigma.
666 is the number of a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
6G.
Everything's lining up.
But Jake turned around to save the heathen and
Yeah.
do podcasts and
Jake back
get a
See,
job. Yeah, Jake is through, man. That's why the scriptures say without vision the people perish.
Yeah.
If y'all didn't have watchmen, Jake would be done.
And a key to this, man, is and what we don't do, I don't think we do well enough sometimes. So maybe we could start is when apostle makes, the brothers do, but when an apostle makes these coins these years, we rarely go back and look at.
Oh yeah,
We talk
I
about
was
it, but we
thinking
don't
about that.
point it out to you people. Y'all ever see what the fuck this happened?
Or not only that, but you made a point before that it's still the year of
Yeah.
all the prophecies come to pass.
Yeah.
It's still the year of the push and all.
This
you
is
know,
just the
all
spirit
those-
that's added to
Yeah,
to
right,
life now.
right.
Yeah, I remember the year to push.
Push,
Yeah. Yeah.
You should be pushing more than ever at this rate, you know.
You're the charisma. It just became commonplace.
Yeah.
God, and it's like throughout your daily week, it'll be like 5, 6, 7 articles on the same topic. It's just a little something extra added onto it. And you call yourself like, dang, I just did a lesson on this, but it's like, hey, we're at the point where this is what it is. What else you gonna do a lesson on?
Yeah.
You know?
So it's constant.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man. No excuses, man. You know, so anyway, Lord willing, y'all were edified. We're gonna give all honor, all praise and glory to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash.
the abundance to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone. As always, peace, blessings, and citation to the elect. Shalom.
So,
How convenient that 6G coming right.